to the Without the Bank podcast, where you and I are going to talk all things IBC, the business of banking, utilizing money correctly, and how this will help you grow your business and your wealth. No fluff, folks, no fluff. Today, we are going to talk about the fact that cash is not king, cash flow is. What? Man, if you're still here listening to these podcasts, you are now thinking I am completely off my rocker, right? Cash is not king? Nope, folks. Cash is not king. Cash flow is king. Let me give you some examples. Let's talk about the homeless guy on the corner. He's debt-free, right? But he's begging for cash flow because he needs to go buy stuff. You can have all the cash in the world. You buy something, you have no more cash. The cash flow better keep coming in to replenish what you just used your cash on. Businesses need cash flow to survive. The banks need cash flow to survive. We have been taught that cash is king. You save up, you save up, you save up, and you buy what you want, and you drain your account to zero. Okay, so I got it paid for. That didn't generate any wealth, right? These talking head financial guys say, oh, you need to pay cash for everything. Okay. Did that create any income when I did that? Because in order for me to eat tomorrow, I need more cash today if I spent everything. And I'm saying this coming from a standpoint of a cash user. I was the cash is king lady. I wanted all the cash that I could get, and I hoarded it because I was also a saver, not understanding that I need cash flow. If I use cash to buy a vehicle, I need to create enough cash flow to replenish savings so I can go buy the next vehicle with more cash. But cash flow has to be there to generate that. Cash flow has to be there to generate that next purchase, to buy more groceries. Look at what is happening during this COVID crisis. People are going out of business because they don't have cash flow coming in. Even if that business is 100% paid for, there is no cash flow coming in so that they can support their family. They can eat. They can make payroll. If I own a restaurant right now and the restaurant's 100% paid for and there's no payments, that doesn't mean electricity stopped. That doesn't mean that the waitresses didn't need money or the servers. We have to think about this. If you are in business, you are in business to create cash flow. If you buy a vehicle for your business, it should be able to generate enough cash flow to pay for itself. If you buy real estate, it should be able to generate enough cash flow to pay for itself. If you buy a piece of equipment, it should be able to generate enough income to pay for itself. Many times people say, well, I need to buy that so I can avoid taxes. Does that generate enough income to pay for itself? Again, another thought process we have not been taught to think about. Cash is great. We are not held hostage by the bank. If we lose our job, we may not have to pay the bank. We are going to have less cash flow leaving our system. We have more security, but it is not the answer to creating wealth. The answer to creating wealth is having income constantly coming into us, no matter what the circumstances. Wealthy people will tell you, have more than one source of income. So if one fails, what's the other? Right? There are companies out there that are, let's use a home builder for an example. They build houses, but they also do excavation. Or I might do excavation work and put in septic systems. Now I have two sources of income. under the sort of same umbrella of what I know how to do. Or I might have two completely different sources of income. Maybe I own rental properties and I'm a home builder. Or I'm an employee and I own rental properties. So I don't have to wait for my employer's paycheck if my employer ends up going out of business. Either way, it's cash flow. And that is a hard concept to get around. If you are not thinking about that every day, when you buy something, is that going to generate cash flow to pay for itself? If it's a no, then is it a wise decision to buy that? There's a lot of people that are using the infinite banking concept, and they might be using it for things that don't generate cash flow. Then how are we going to pay that back? If you take money out of savings to buy something, how are you going to make that payment back? From your income or from the income that thing you purchased generates? When banks lend you money, they do not want whatever it is that they have as collateral. If they did a business loan for you and they have a fleet of equipment, they have tools, they have computers, they don't want those things. They're going to have to sell them. They don't even want your house because now they have to go through the hassle of selling it, fixing it up maybe, right? They're going to maybe lose money. That's not what they want. They want the cash flow of those payments every month so that they can go lend it to somebody else. It's a huge hassle for them to take your equipment. That's why they're so picky about what they lend you money for and what they're going to use as collateral. How fast can they get rid of it? How easy is it to get rid of if you don't make your payment? Because they want cash flow. They're in the business of turning money, just like you're in the business of whatever it is your business is, right? If you're a plumber, you're in the business of plumbing. How many jobs can I get done? And how quickly can I do it? If you're in the business of cleaning houses, how many houses can I clean and how fast can I do it? We are all in business to create cash flow. The infinite banking concept is no different. What are we here to do? Create cash flow. Money that is going to grow income tax free when done correctly, when used correctly. Money that can be used immediately to buy things to create cash flow. This is going to be probably one of the shorter podcasts because I don't know how many more times I can say cash flow before I'm just annoyed with myself. I hope you get the point. If you don't, it's because you haven't read the book yet. Go to withoutthebank.com. Grab Life Without the Bank, Becoming Your Own Banker. Read that. Once you've read those, you can set up an appointment with me. We will talk about how this can be applied. But folks, if you don't get this one simple little thing, we are not going to create wealth. We're going to be debt-free, but we're not going to be wealthy. Those are two completely different things. Because we need to think differently about what we're doing. And what we're doing is most likely not working, and it is keeping us hostage to the bank. It's time for you to be the banker and take back that control. You guys, let me know if there is something you want to hear, comments, questions, whatever. Mary Jo at withoutthebank.com. Happy to answer those. If you need to grab your books, you can go to withoutthebank.com. Otherwise, I thank you very, very much for being here. If you've not left a podcast review, please do that. I also appreciate those. 5 stars is even better. Hint, hint, wink, wink. All right, guys. Thanks for being here. Let me know if you need anything. I will always answer you. I do not have this huge team of people where I am completely out of touch. I do have a team of people, and they do help me answer some things, but they all pretty much reach my desk. So let me know if there's anything, and I'm happy to help. Have a good one.